What's good? We reacting to this dumbass little boy who set his grandma on fire. Tweaking. But he did that shit like it was nothing. Let's get into it.
Did you see all the sirens and stuff?
I heard them, but I didn't know the word.
Yeah. Well, there was a fire at your apartment, or at the trailer.
Is my grandma okay?
No.
Tuesday, April 19th, 2022, Mountain View, Missouri. In the small community of Howell County, an emergency call alerted authorities to a house fire on Falk Street. When first responders arrived, the blaze had already consumed much of the interior, and inside they found 62-year-old Phyllis Schweinel, who did not survive. The speed with which the fire had spread and the lack of an Schweinel, who did not survive. Interior, and inside they found 60.
Damn, she's 62. The fuck, he bogus as hell.
2-year-old Phyllis Schweinel, who did not survive. The speed with which the fire had spread and the lack of an immediate explanation for its origin led investigators to suspect early on that this was not a simple accident, and what at first seemed like a domestic tragedy would soon reveal a far more complex.
Man, y'all gotta know, man, they be going down in these little trailer park homes. They be like some crazy shit. If y'all ain't know, now y'all know.
Scenario. I'm Tyler, and this is your daily dose of crime. We can see that you're watching, but only 11% of you are actually subscribed to the channel, so that we can bring these videos watching and
we get it.
Yeah. Do you know what's going on over there?
No, I've been out walking all morning.
Okay. Well, there was a fire at your apartment, or at the trailer, and
Wow.
Is my grandma okay?
no,
Liar.
she was.
Whoa. What's that?
Damn.
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just...
She was inside.
We good. We still good.
I'm sorry to tell you that, buddy.
Let me stop playing.
Wow. That's it's a lot.
Yeah, there's no good way to say it. Just gotta lay it on, rip it off like a band-aid as far as talent goes.
Right, man. You don't get no fuck. Look at him.
You said you've been out walking all morning.
It's dumb.
Where were you at?
I took a walk down the road towards the church over in WW.
Okay.
And then I walked back this way.
Okay.
I was about to head back home, actually.
Oh, okay. Did you see all the sirens and stuff?
I
Or?
heard them, but I didn't know the word.
Yeah.
That shit is bad.
Do you have? Where's your shoes?
I was barefoot.
You walk barefoot?
Sometimes.
Okay.
He said he be walking barefoot. Get your dumb ass up out of here.
So I was told by someone over there that maybe you and your grandma had maybe some kind of disagreement last night.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
We argued again this morning, and I just needed to take a break, I guess.
Yeah, you just walked off and then she burnt herself. She burnt down her whole fucking house.
Okay.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
Okay. Would you? What about?
Well, the last 2 years been really rough and stuff, and
Okay.
here lately has been really rough on both of us and stuff, and financially and everything. It's been a lot for both of us, and we've been fighting about that stuff a lot.
Yeah.
I should do more and stuff. And I have been trying a lot.
Yeah.
So I've gotten told like that you're 19, and then someone said you're 22 or 21.
I'm 19.
You're 19. What's your birthday?
In other words, he fried.
Okay.
They finna cook
Sitting with officers is 19-year-old Jacob Hearn, who had lived with his grandmother for the past decade. His life was marked by instability, no job, no clear direction, and full dependence on her for support. That relationship did not function as a bond of care, but more like a mutual dependence that had been building tension over the years. And now, questioned by the police, Hearn...
Yeah, that's fucked up. Where his parents at? It'd always be the kids who stay with their fucking grandparents. Those sometimes be the worst kids.
insists he had only gone out for a walk and never connected the...
Nah, but you never know what the fuck happened. Let me stop. But nah, but I'm not lying though, man. What the fuck?
Sound of sirens to his own home. What unsettles the investigators is not only the calmness of his tone, but the way with which he seems to anticipate each and every question, offering detailed explanations as though he were trying to control the narrative from the start. For officers, this raised the first pressing question. Were they listening to a grandson blindsided by tragedy, or the only witness who truly knew what happened inside of the home?
Because apparently, I don't know where people's getting their information, but you were somewhere between 19 and 150, I guess. So what time did you start your walk?
I believe it was around
Fuck is he talking about?
10:30ish.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
How long have you been here?
I just went back into the park. Actually, I sat down over there for a few minutes, but my feet were hurting, so I came over to the grass.
I got you. Okay. Someone also said you were a felon. You're a felon? Okay. What's
Nah,
what's
hell
the
no.
story with that?
Well, in 2016 stuff, me and my mother got attacked by two individuals. One was they were both they were addicts.
Yeah.
And they were also snitches for the local police department over in Farmington, Missouri.
Okay.
My mom was worried because she thought they were trying to kidnap me.
Mhm.
And so she came to get me. And one of them, the lady and stuff, her name was something. She attacked her and was trying to kill my mother.
Oh wow.
And I stepped in to save my mom.
So how the fuck did you catch a felony?
I was 14. And I ended up, the lady ended up dying.
Oh wow.
It was, I was
Damn, that shit got deep quick, bro. He said the lady ended up dying. Damn.
just trying to save my mother's life.
I got you.
It was a hard thing.
Oh, I can imagine. Gotta ask.
Damn, he called him a B at 14. Damn. Nah, but how the fuck did he, if that shit was self-defense or he was defending somebody else, where the fuck was this case at? I know some places be having different self-defense laws and shit.
Right.
You said you were 14?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
But that's still self-defense though, like not self-defense, but you was defending somebody else that you believe life was in danger. But I don't know how it worked for like different places though.
I'm sorry that even happened.
It's the story of my life.
Yeah. So there's quite a bit of damage to the house.
Shit, unless that shit cap.
I mean, it's
Unless
still
he
intact,
lying.
but there's pretty significant smoke damage.
Jeez.
Yeah. Why don't you hop in my car and we'll go down there real quick and kind of. Have you seen anything down there?
I have not.
Okay.
I
Well,
didn't
we'll.
walk that way yet.
Okay. Well, we'll let you see what's going on there. And do you have shoes anywhere? No.
He said, "Do you have shoes anywhere?" Fuck. Damn, he tired of seeing them motherfuckers.
House.
Okay. Okay. Well, apparently you got stronger feet than I do, because I'd be crying like a little girl. You can just hop in the passenger seat. They're on the
He weird. You know, he a fucking killer. That man is a fucking serial killer. He don't get no fuck. That's fucking Jason little cousin.
other side. I got a bunch of junk in there.
As the conversation
little brother.
continues, Hearn introduces elements that further unsettle the officers. He describes constant arguments with his grandmother as if they were an ordinary part of life, then shifts to recounting violent episodes from his past. He claims to have defended his mother from 2 attackers and even admits to killing one of them. The casual way with which he speaks about such an extreme event without showing visible signs of distress
No, his ass is a fucking serial killer. Bro,
alarms the
this nigga was killing crackheads. That shit fucked up.
investigators. From a psychological standpoint, his account reflects how some individuals construct narratives that alternate between portraying themselves as victims of a hostile environment and justifying extreme actions. The contrast between the gravity of his words and the calm manner with which he delivers them raises much deeper questions. Were these authentic memories or a carefully shaped story intended to influence how he was perceived?
Did someone from the fire department come talk to you first about getting a hold of Red Cross for you? Red Cross. When there's a house fire and you lose a bunch, they call Red Cross, and they help you kind of get back on your feet with some essentials and stuff. Would you be willing for that? I mean, since you don't even have shoes.
All I really have right now, considering you said the whole house is damaged and stuff, is what I'm wearing. So
Yeah. Okay.
that'd be awesome.
Okay. Yeah. We can get a hold of those guys for you.
They're going to call
Yeah,
Bethany.
he definitely did that
Bethany went
shit.
to the bank real quick. She'll be back.
Okay. So Bethany's going to do that.
Yeah.
I told her to go ahead and do it. Okay. So they're going to call them for you. Okay. So we're just gonna keep hanging out here
You know how these little boys be getting. Fuck you, grandma.
for a little while.
Let me stop too.
Did they figure anything out?
Yeah, that poor old lady.
They got.
bogus,
I mean,
bro.
all they said was
Just
wow.
fucking bogus.
I didn't really understand it. Honestly, they are. They're still looking. Fires. I don't know the first thing about looking into them, so I don't know. But whenever they get a chance, a couple of them were on the phone. I'm gonna see if I can bend their ear for a minute. But I'll just giving you an update, okay? They did remove her, okay? Just to get her away from.
How bad was it?
It's pretty significant. Okay.
That
Just wanted
shit
to be-
bogus.
If she died before me and stuff, she said she wanted to be put to ashes and put around where her grandpa and her mother and father were buried.
Oh, okay.
That was all she told me.
I see.
Damn, just look at his demeanor though. Like, what the fuck? You ain't even concerned for real.
So much.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot. You guys have any waters or anything?
Yeah.
You want a water? You thirsty?
Very thirsty.
I think they got some waters on this.
He calm. He not even panicking. He ain't even asking like where she at. None of that shit. When she died, she wanted to be spreaded around as ashes. Straight face, hard eyes. Don't get no fuck.
Trucky. They may not be cold, but it's wet. So
Other than sitting here gulping down my saliva.
yeah. So he's gonna get you fixed up there. It's just kind of a hurry up and wait thing.
There's a lettuce hierarchy, and this lettuce is queen.
Fun and gray.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where
Alright.
you
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but
That's fine. Hopefully the numbness will go away soon.
numbness, like just like emotional or physical.
Emotional.
Yeah, I understand. That's a
Oh
lot.
yeah,
I know.
he definitely one of those kids. Hopefully the
No.
numbness will go away.
I mean,
What the
especially when
fuck
it's
do you
one of those
mean?
situations where you just
We talking about your grandma right here. I don't care like how bad y'all got into it. If you walked off for real and her house just went up in flames and you really didn't have nothing to do with that, your ass would be concerned.
got them fighting and said the most hurtful things to each other, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't I love you, I'll see you, I hope you have a good day and stuff. It was,
Yeah.
hope I don't come back, you know, or something like that.
Right.
That was,
I completely understand, man. I do, and I
Hell
really
no.
truly am sorry for the whole situation. I really am.
And I understand though, like sometimes you don't always see eye to eye with your people, but come on, dude. This your whole grandma.
But
thank you
Yes.
so much.
if you just be patient with me, we'll get you sorted out here. Okay. It may be a little bit. I don't know where the Red Cross comes from normally, but we'll.
Probably Springfield.
I don't know. I've seen them show up quick, but I don't know when they call them. So we'll give you all the help we possibly can. Okay. All right. Best as can be.
Damn, is
anyway.
you gonna ask where she at?
Okay. Okay. Well, I shouldn't have to take off like that again. So my offer to sit in the seat and sit in my car if you need to still stands. All right. Just holler at me and I'll unlock it for you.
Man. Yeah. No.
Where are they at?
His ass tweaking.
Okay.
Frisco was closer and stuff.
Okay. So someone's coming over. Good deal. Good.
Hopefully I won't be completely alone.
Yeah. Hopefully not. So Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm gonna find out what's going on here, but like I said, just holler and I'll unlock it, and you feel free to sit in there. Got air conditioning and heat if you're hot or cold. So I don't like to get uncomfortable. So
from the looks of the trees, wherever the fuck they at, it look like it's fucking cold. There ain't no leaves on the trees.
Very tight space.
yeah, ain't much I can do about that one.
Yeah, he too damn big to be in the back. Damn.
In the following minutes, Jacob's focus drifts toward minor details. He mentions having no shoes, needing clothing, and the possible assistance of the Red Cross, as if these practical concerns outweighed the loss of his grandmother. To investigators, this choice of priorities would be telling. It suggested an emotional avoidance strategy with which the trivial served as a shield against confronting the weight of what had just happened. When told his grandmother had already been removed from the home, he asked how she looked, only to immediately remark that she had wanted to be cremated. The abrupt shift from concern to detachment would reveal a disconnection that was difficult to ignore. And adding to that, he recalled her telling him before he left she wished he would never come back. For officers,
that's some weird shit. Like, to even fucking mention that shit, like, dude, what the fuck? Did you not just hear what the fuck they told you? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck?
Comment introduced a new dilemma. Was he describing a toxic coexistence or trying to plant the idea that she had anticipated her own end?
Yeah, like somebody just want to burn in a fucking fire. That's crazy.
It just needs to get into West Point, so yeah, you gotta be offering quality.
Yeah.
What's going on over here?
Just wear this one like a shirt, okay, over the top.
Oh, hell no. Wait, what they got him out of his shirt for and shit? The fuck, did I miss something? You just cutting shit.
You definitely don't want to be back.
Well, just to get you over to county, and then they'll get you a new, different suit that'll actually fit you probably. They said you can keep your glasses too. You're fine. Take a seat there until I figure out if we're leaving right away, okay?
Yeah, they finna put his ass up under the jail.
We're leaving right up. Right now.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you. All right, Jacob, let's roll.
Then look how they got him. Oh, hell no. Stomach out. They got the men's with the stomach out.
Did you see that?
Oh my goodness.
We're going right back out the way we came in, okay?
They ripped that shit. He was in there cutting that shit with a knife. They must have took his shirt for evidence. Send it to the fucking forensic people. Shit crazy.
All right, get in the same car.
Yep, get your ass in the same car with your crop top on. Damn.
That door didn't shut all the way if you're going back in there.
Do what?
I don't think that door shut all the way. Yep. Too tight?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
As officers offer him water, clothing, and the chance to contact relatives, Jacob remains distant and mechanical. Rather than showing grief, he states that he won't be entirely alone since he has extended family in another town. That cold, detached posture in a moment when most people would show visible despair painted an ambiguous picture. Either a young man exerting rigid control over his emotions or someone who was unwilling to reveal a grief he did not feel. Eventually, he's handcuffed and placed under custody, but by then, investigators had already determined the fire was deliberately set. Hearn had ignited a coat and placed it behind the chair where his grandmother was resting after taking pills, and that finding would redefine everything he had said up to that point.
That's fucked up. Damn, he burnt the coat, put it on her while she was asleep. Right? He said when she was asleep, right?
Pills, and that finding placed it behind the chair where his grandmother was resting after taking pills.
Boy, that's bogus as fuck. Damn, I ain't never heard of no shit like that. What the
And
fuck?
that finding would redefine everything he had said up to
Damn,
that
that
point.
poor
The
lady.
calmness, the focus on trivialities, and the absence of...
Damn, so you really hated your grandma that bad that you had to put a fucking burning coat on her and then walk out? What type of demonic ass shit is that?
Morning appeared less like shock and more like the construction of a story to conceal responsibility.
Yeah, he must have been had this shit planned or something. Even if he did, that shit crazy. What the fuck? I get it to a person, but not even I get it, but like you ain't even supposed to do that shit to a person. You did that shit to your fucking grandma. That shit wild. Wild as hell.
Drove vehicles, a white tractor trailer, white cab, white trailer, failed to maintain lane, driving with flashers on. Authority of Texas.
Damn, that shit crazy.
Clear 1917.
Falling off.
Yeah, a little bit.
There you go. Got him?
Okay. Your ass
I won't
fried,
go over
my
that
boy.
more.
Cooked, burnt, fried. Roasted.
Take a seat around on the bench.
Cooked, big boy.
What's up?
After his arrest, the case moved quickly through the Howell County judicial system. Hearn was charged with first-degree murder, first-degree arson, and armed criminal action. During hearings, he argued that he was carrying out his grandmother's request to end her life, raising a debate about intent and accountability. Prosecutors, however, found no evidence of such an agreement and maintained that the decision to set the fire was entirely his own. In 2024, Hearn entered an Alford plea to second-degree murder, acknowledging the strength of the evidence against him while never admitting guilt. The plea brought the trial to an end and resulted in a 24-year prison sentence in the Missouri Department of Corrections, closing a case in which long-standing family tensions and dependence culminated in
Man, that shit kind of light, though. 24 years for setting your grandma on fire. Like, damn. I ain't gonna lie. They kind of still kind of failed in a way. Like, but yeah. Shit, 24 years, though. Shit, and he like 19, bro. Like, yeah, like, he's still gonna have a little time. Like, they didn't really cook his ass how they was supposed to. That shit a little bogus, though, but I ain't gonna lie. That shit fucked up, too. But you don't do that shit to your fucking grandma. I'll catch y'all in the next one.